Hello, and welcome back to Nora's Stories. I'm Nora, and today is Halloween. I'm actually recording this today and plan to upload it as soon as I'm done. So I thought I would share one of my creepier dreams in recognition of today. The scene started on a pier. It was like I had just been dropped off at the end by a ship and was staring in the direction of the island that I was now at. It was night and there were no stars in the sky. There was one lone streetlight at the end of the pier that would occasionally flicker, and all over the island it was quite foggy. When I was able to move, I realized that it controlled like a game. I knew I had to complete some type of mission on the island before I could get off, so I walked over to the island into the light cast by the streetlight. However, when I set foot on the island, I could hear rustling and movement start, and it sounded like something or many things were moving beyond the circle of light that I could see. While standing in this light, I peered into the shadows. There was a short wall about 2 feet tall that served as an embankment for what appeared to be a park behind it. There were trees to the left that were barren, and the right was open, like a field. I kept hearing the rustling, and I stared in the direction of the noises until I could see what caused it. That was when many creepy creatures came into sight. Some of them looked like shrunken heads, but they were still the size of human heads. Others were like zombified animals, like monkeys and dogs. They were all in various states of decay and moved quite slowly, but they were unmistakably coming after me. I tried to find a way to get away from them, but I had waited too long and they had surrounded me except for the path back to the pier. I went back there and found that they would not cross over onto the wooden planks. I just kept looking around and found an offshoot to the pier that led to the right. I followed it to the end, where it just dropped off. However, there were gears and cables on either side of it that showed that there was an extension bridge that could be extended from wherever the other side of it was. Since I was unable to go onto the main portion of the first island due to the creatures that were waiting to attack me, I instead tried to jump the distance from the end of that bridge to the other side of the bridge. I tried to jump or swim my way through and found that I couldn't swim, but I did have a double jump that I could use. I died, but thought if maybe I could get past the halfway mark, maybe it would spawn me on the other shore. I probably died 3 or 4 times before I succeeded in getting over that halfway mark, and did actually end up spawning on the other bank. After that, I managed to go onto the island and down the street, where I kept having to dodge more of these zombified creatures. However, there were also zombified humans now in the mix of these zombified creatures. The setting looked a lot like an abandoned town. I finally made it to one building that was almost like another game level. I remember there were 7 floors, and each one had a different theme to it. The one I remember most was like a horror at the disco kind of theme. I had to make it through each level to get out of there. That's all I can remember for this stream, but thank you for listening. I'll share more again soon, and happy Halloween!